So the first major change during the peak hour will be that the bus line 59 will be extended all the way to the Alimetière Park and Ride, meaning that it will now run down Erdely, Chemin d'Aylmer, continue on all the way to Rivermead, and then after Rivermead, just do as the same as the current 59, so go through Downtown Hall and Ottawa. Another change will be that the 40s, so now we're talking about bus line 40, 41, 44, 45, 46, and 47, will no longer be stopping at the Rivermead Park and Ride. This is to ensure that there's no competition between users that are trying to go past Rivermead in the evening and users of the Park and Ride. So therefore, only the 59 will be stopping at the Rivermead Park and Ride. However, to offset this reduction in frequency during peak hours, there will be an increase in the number of 59s offered, and the increase will match demand. So what we've done is that we've actually observed when there's a peak in demand at Rivermead, and we've increased accordingly the frequency of buses. Another major change will be that the bus lines 49, 50, 58, and 800 will now be starting at Galerie d'Aylmer. They will no longer be starting at Rivermead, meaning that the transfer location will be more convenient for most users and will also be within walking distance for a lot of users that live around Galerie d'Aylmer. Another change to the 49 will be that currently the 49 actually goes up Plateau and takes Amérique Française, Pink, and then comes down Europe before continue on as it does on Plateau, Atmosphère, and so on. We've actually removed this chunk on Amérique Française and Europe, which allows us to save about 5 minutes. This is following surveys with the students from the CEGEP and the Collège Héritage, who were telling us that the 49 was basically too long and wasn't straight enough all the way to their destination. Another change is that bus line 50, which is essentially for students from Aylmer that try to go to the CEGEP or Collège Héritage, will no longer be doing the loop around the hospital. So therefore, once it goes down Pink, it will be doing a left turn and continue on to Cité des Jeunes straight away. This allows us to save about 3 minutes. So other changes include the fact that we're no longer going to run bus line 57. So off-peak, the 57 will be replaced by the 67, which will offer a service between Station de la Cité and Gatineau all the way to Ottawa. This is following market studies that demonstrated that there was a higher demand from Pointe-Gatineau all the way from Ottawa than demand from Pointe-Gatineau to Aylmer and so forth. So to offset during the peak hours the fact that there will no longer be the 57 on Grébert-Fournier, there will be an increase in either the number of 67s or 85. This has yet to be determined. And also to offset this reduction in service between Aylmer and Gatineau, what we've done is that we've actually increased the number of 800s running from Aylmer to Gatineau, and now the service will be running every 30 minutes instead of every hour as it is right now. Moreover, the 810, which is basically a variant of the 800, caused by the fact that the Pont Noir is operated in a single direction during peak hours, will no longer exist, meaning that there will only be the 800 line at all times. These changes for the 800, so the increase in frequency and the fact that it will always be the 800, will start in the summer of 2016, so before the other changes of Aylmer, which will take place in the fall of 2016. Off-peak, the major change remains the fact that the bus line 59 will operate from the Alimetière Park and Ride all the way to Ottawa. However, this service will now be operated on a 30-minute basis instead of the 15-minute basis as it is right now. This is because there will be a variant of the 59, which we call the 55, which will essentially do the same route as the 59 all the way to Galerie d'Aylmer, meaning that there will be a 15-minute service to Galerie d'Aylmer from downtown Ottawa and Hull. However, the service will then split, and there will be a 30-minute service in the Broad Front Cormier sector, just like there is right now. This service will also be direct, meaning that the people from Broad and Front Cormier will have a direct route all the way to Ottawa and the downtown Hull. So in addition to the 59 and 55, there will be a single bus line for the rest of the sector in Aylmer. So this single bus line is essentially a combination of several bus lines that you already know, and it will be presented as such today. But please keep in mind it's actually operated as a single entity, and it will be operated in both directions. So to start off, the bus line will start from the Aylmer Park and Ride. Look at it here, and we'll do something similar to the 52. Please note that it will also turn on Wilfrid Lavigne at the intersection of Clock and no longer Maurice Duplessis. Once it goes down Wilfrid Lavigne and reaches the Galerie d'Aylmer, it will turn into something similar to the 53, which will then run down to Wychwood, Lucerne, Deschênes, before coming back to Galerie d'Aylmer. Once it is back at the Galerie d'Aylmer, it will do something similar to the 51, and will essentially go down Principal, Marina, and then go all the way up to Parc Auguste Limetière. What does this mean? It means that we have a single bus line for the entirety of the rest of the network in Aylmer. So therefore, no transfers will be needed if you're going from one part of Aylmer, so let's say the north of Wilfrid Lavigne all the way down to Deschênes, you'll no longer need to transfer. Furthermore, it means that you can see there's several sections or a combination of several small bus lines which allow you to quickly connect to the 15-minute service given by the 55 and 59. Therefore, you could quickly connect to either the Aylmer Park and Ride, the Galerie d'Aylmer, or any stop along Chemin d'Aylmer, which has a 15-minute service. Therefore, it's very quick and efficient in the sense that it brings you quickly to the services that are operated on a 15-minute basis, yet it doesn't require you to make any transfers once you want to stay inside Aylmer. Furthermore, the bus lines 49 and 800, just like they do during the peak hours, will remain at Galerie d'Aylmer. So these bus lines will also remain quickly accessible at all times with this single bus line.